Oshawa's a nasty place. Like I have some Oshawa stories, man. Like I've told this on stream before too. This happened when I was in grade 5. This is a bit of a story. The house next to mine burnt down in the middle of the night. And for context, the people who lived there were like hillbilly, like white trash fucks. Like they were like pretty garbage people. And like they weren't even living there anymore. But they were the people who like owned the house. They weren't even living there anymore, but they owned the house, right? And the night before it burnt down, my dad said he saw a van park out front of the house like 2 or 3 times. And then randomly we woke up one morning, it was just up in flames. We woke up to pounding on the door at like 5 a.m. because the house was just up in flames and like burning down. With good bees in. And like we found out after that happened that the people who were living there, like there wasn't even power on at the house. So what we think happened was the van that was going there, we think they literally burnt their house down. Because like there wasn't even power there. There was like just fucking like literal like garbage bags, like fucking like 9 garbage bags full of dog shit in their basement. It was like fucked. And then the even weirder thing was and like it was a massive fire. I lived next to a pit for like a year until we moved out. And then this happened like 6 months after. I was walking home from school one day with my friend, and I went in because it was the weekend. It was on a Friday, and I asked I was gonna ask my dad, yo, can I sleep over at my friend's house tonight? So I went in and I asked him while my friend waited outside, and my dad's like, yeah, sure. And I was like, sick, let's go. And then I was going outside through the glass door. I saw my friend's mouth, like, and then he was yelling. He's like, yo, there's a fire next door. There's a fire next door. And I was like, what the fuck? And like their shed caught on. There's already a pit next to my house because their house burnt down. Their fucking shed caught on fire. And then that one actually almost burnt down my house. Like the fence that connected both of our houses caught on fire and like burnt half down. So if that one went on for longer, we could have been fucked. It was not ideal. I've been through some fucky shit, boys. I've been through some fucky shit. Heard Rogers 1.5 gigabit. Yeah. Just the Rogers people we are working with are like annoying to work with to get shit done. Like every single person we've come in contact with from Rogers is like really annoying. But it's better than Bell. You wanna know what happened with Bell? Dude, I called Bell. I called Bell a couple, probably like a month ago. And I was like, yo, I'm just calling to see, do you have a, like, this is my address. Can I get fiber here? And they're like, no, the best internet connection you can get here is 100 down, 10 up. And I'm like, well, I'm with and I said, I just want to check if you guys have fiber because my, I'm with Rogers right now and my internet's been fucking shit. And I stream for a living and I need to, you know, I need to get shit sorted out because it's been rough. It's like, yeah, so we can offer you 100 down and 10 up. And I'm like, oh, that's no good. No, thank you. I'm like, I'm good. And they were like, well, like, the thing is with like Rogers is like, how much are you getting? I'm like, I'm getting like, you know, I'm getting like 300-ish with them. Like, you know, like 300 down. You know, I want... It's just been... It kind of cuts out. Like, I'm telling them the issues like buffer bloat and shit. And then they're like, well, like, ours is like 100 down the whole way. You know, like, it's like 100 down consistently throughout the whole house. So, like, ours is like better. Whereas them... They say you're getting 300, but you're getting less. I'm like, no, actually, I'm not getting less. It's just, it cuts out a lot. And then he kept repeating that. I'm like, look, I'm sorry, man. And I'm like, look, I'm sorry, dude. I can't do this. And then he hung up on me. The guy fucking hung up on me. And I was like, what a fucking asshole, man. Like, what the fuck? Like, how you, what? I was just standing there while my phone's still in my hand. I'm like, are you kidding me? This guy just hung up on me? Like, oh my god. I didn't even say anything rude. I was like, okay, look, I'm sorry. I don't think I'm interested. I just wanted to see if you had fiber. Don't forget about what happened to my old place. Dude. Yo, what's good, Blind? How you doing? What happened to my old place? So, the best internet I could literally get was 50 up. Or 50 down, 10 up. Okay? And I had 25 down, 10 up. And we called them. We're like, yo, we want to upgrade to whatever's the best thing we can get here. They're like 50. They had to come to our house in order to change wiring so we could get 50 download. I lived in this ghetto fucking apartment building. Like, people were selling drugs. People got shot. People got, like, stabbed. Like, it was fucking awful. And it was just, like, such a fucking awful area. And they're like, yeah, so we'll come in. We'll install the 50 download. So the guy comes, and he opens up this thing in our wall. And then he's like, oh, fuck, we don't have access to the one room we need in your apartment building. Like, we'll come back another day. And he left. But he left the thing open in our wall, and it just had a bunch of wires sticking out of the wall. And right where that was right where we had all of our animals, like, water bowls and shit. Water and food bowls. And we're just like, oh my, like, dude. And they didn't come back for, like, 2 or 3 weeks. And we just had these fucking wires sticking out of our wall. Like, really low. And we're just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what is that? What's good, Layer? What a beautiful... Thank you, man. It was just like... I was like... I couldn't believe it, man. I have a picture somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. I can literally show you guys. I think I tweeted it at them because I was like, what? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Let me see. Yo, boys. Look at this. This was just hanging out on my wall for like weeks. We're like, what the fuck, man? Like, like, we were just like, are you kidding me? Like, it was so fucked up. What is this? This is fucking insane. Looks like I know a friend that does it cheaper. That was my whole experience at that building. Because we had a bunch of issues. At least twice a year, our shower would break. And we couldn't shower. And we have had it happen twice in that building where our hot water tank burst. So our like apartment flooded a little. And every single time, the landlord would be like, yeah, I'll come in and have a friend do it. And like he'd come and him and his friend would be at our house for like fucking the entire day and just do the shittiest job. And we'd just be like, are you kidding me, man? It was such a fucking garbage building. I was like I'm not joking. People got like, literally like, people don't understand the conditions in which I lived in for like a while, dude. Like my conditions before I moved out of like my fucking shitty living situation with like my fucking dad and shit, dude, it was awful. Like there was people getting shot there, this is awful. People were getting shot there, people were getting stabbed. There's like fucking, you just see people like teardrop tats like just walking in and out of your building. People got like mugged. There was like cockroach issues. There was everything, man. Everything that was bad was there. It'd be funny because like I'm like streaming and like I'm streaming in this like apartment. There's like, it's disgusting. Like there's fucking cockroach issues because the shitty fucking like people living there. There's like people getting shot, people like yelling, like all this fucked up shit. And I'm just like streaming and I'll get like a Ludwig grade of like fucking like 1,000. And it's just like, yo, what's good? And like, I'm just like doing like this super like stupid wholesome stream. And then like the most fucked up shit's like low-key happening around me. I thought it was really funny. And I honestly kind of miss, if you've ever lived in like a shitty area, I feel like you end up kind of missing it. Cause like, there'd be this. I remember the people who lived in the apartment across from me. They would always have this fucking drunk dude show up to their door. They always have this fucking drunk dude come to their door randomly at like 4 a.m. and pound on their door and like yell at them. And that's not ideal. I'm not gonna lie. That's not great. But also, it was so fucking funny. Like, you don't know what you're getting. You're just like that shit happens, and it's just like, it's fucking, I don't know. It's just, you're always getting some kind of fucking life experience. You're always getting some insane life experience, man. You're just like, yep, this happened. Yeah, it was, I don't know. I've been through some fucky shit. I remember also, like, I don't know. The school I went to was like in a shitty area, because I just grew up in a very shitty area. Like a pretty trash garbage area, as you can tell. There's this one kid. He was my friend's brother. And he was just a super delinquent kid. I think he legitimately went to juvie at one point. Like, he was like a super delinquent kid. And he was like in grade 8, and he was like already like doing fucking like drugs and shit. And whatever, he was like a super delinquent kid. But he would like literally pick kids up and like choke slam them during recess. It was fucked, because he was bigger than everyone too. So it was like, it was fucked up. But I stayed at my friend's house, and like, I remember I like walked in, because they had like, I think he was in like grade 8 or something. I walked in, and they had like his brother in his grade 8 brother had fucking cocaine on the table. And I remember his stepdad like yelled at his brother, and like there was this huge argument. I'm like sleeping at my friend's house. I'm like, holy shit, dude. Like, what the fuck? And like, I ended up staying there. I remember at one point through the night, the brother who had cocaine on the table was like pounding on the bedroom door where we were sleeping. Like trying to fucking get into the door so he could like, I don't even know what he was trying to do, but it was fucking like, it was fucked, dude. It was like, why am I sleeping here tonight? I should have just went home. You guys want to hear a really sad story from my childhood? It's not sad for me, it's really sad for the girl involved. I feel really, she's doing good I think she has her own business now, so she's doing good. So this girl involved, so me and her best friend were like we were, I guess, crushes or whatever. We were like dating, but it was like fake dating, because it was grade 5, so it was like we didn't give a shit, because we were just like, it's grade 5, like we barely talked, but we were like, yeah, we're dating. You know what I mean? But like, come recess, like, I'm not fucking talking. I'm gonna go play fucking Manhunt with the boys. Like, yeah, her best friend like liked me a lot, and then I remember she had a birthday party at roller skating, and she invited a few people. The only people who showed up were her best friend, me, and then like this one other guy in our friend group. So like, no one showed up except like except the person that like she liked, who her like best friend was like dating. And then I remember I was really annoyed, because like her dad was like, yo, do you guys want pretzels? Because they sold pretzels there. I was like, fuck yeah, get me like a pizza pretzel. And I gave him my money, and he came back with a fucking apple pretzel. And it was just like fucking use your brain, man. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, just fucking think for once. Like, just fucking, like, just think, man. Like, why the fuck would I want an apple pretzel? I'm in grade 5, dude. Do you think I want a fucking apple pretzel? No, I want the pizza pretzel. Apple good for grade 5? Me give apple grade 5? Like, it was just, I couldn't believe it. Bet you didn't go to a birthday party next year? Nope. I sure as fuck didn't. I actually moved away next year. Or no, they moved away. I wonder why.